Okay, hello, this is Gary Bolton, and this is this week's How to Gather Customers. And we'd like to first of all let everybody know that these presentations are presentations of Niken Independent Distributors, and they are not presentations of the company. So, with that being said, we're going to start our slideshow. And the what we want to talk about is how to gather customers. And of course, if any of you were in Orlando, you heard me talk about how important building your contact list is. And we always hit that hard. It is so important that you have a list that you're working off of. And the main thing that we all should be doing is just sharing our message. Our message that self-care works and it's really the only option. So what we try to do here is we want to bring you some good tips as far as how to build your list of names and how to build your business. And of course, anytime you go into network marketing, they'll always want you to build a 100 names list. And I think that's so important that you build a warm market list with your friends and family, but there's also lists that you're going to build of Facebook friends. And I know I have several lists and I'm constantly adding to it. I have a prospects list for customers and I have a prospect list of entrepreneurs that might be potential business builders. And I always suggest for people to keep several lists. And no matter which list they're on, we should always be asking for referrals. It's not always the person you know, but a lot of times it's going to be the person that they know. So, you always include that question, is there anyone you know that may be interested in? And if you've presented the products, obviously you'll say in our products. And if you're presenting the business opportunity, or ask them if they know anybody that's interested in either one of them. Joining network groups are great. I know I've talked extensively about meetups and how important meetups are. You can join meetup groups that just get together and play board games, or get together and crochet, or get together and look at the stars, or run, or hike, or you'll find something that you like to do if you'll go to meetup.com and just do a search within 25 or 50 miles of your zip code. And build your list from these people. You'll meet people there you'll click with, and of course you want to add those people to your names. You should be adding a name daily. I know I challenge myself every day to add a name to my list. Special interest groups, these are sports groups. Let's say you go with your kids or your grandkids, and you're sitting around and watching the games. Well, what a great time to make new friends and find out folks there that you might be able to help. Of course, there's the church when you go into church, or your chiropractors or naturopaths, or anyone in your special interest groups that is in your sphere of people that you're interacting with. Online list building, now that's a little complicated, but I shouldn't say complicated, it's just a challenge. But everything you need to do to learn how to build your list online is in YouTube. And I suggest that anybody that wants to use an online opt-in page in order to build their list, they should go on YouTube and they should search online list building. And you'll pull up 100,000 videos or more and start watching videos. You can learn anything on YouTube. Social media, of course, is Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. They all offer an opportunity to expand not only in your community, your friends list, but all over the country, or really all over the world. The main thing is just talk to people. Notify your face that you're happy by smiling, and genuinely be interested in the person in front of you. always listening for that opportunity that you never know where it's going to come up. People have challenges all the time that we don't know about, people that we see every day. And unless we talk to them and get them to open up to us, we're not going to know about it. Of course, trade shows, I love to go to take my mom to the flea markets, and because she loves to go, she's still mobile enough to get around to them. And I take that opportunity personally that I go around and I prospect the vendors there, the people that are selling there. They're already entrepreneurs. They're already looking for what we have to offer. Of course, you can always set up booths at health fairs and things like that. You know, these would be considered a form of a trade show. And of course, online marketing, pay-per-click, search advertising, social media boost, small sites that can drive traffic to your PWP. And the great thing about network marketing is that you don't have to be a master of all these things. You can just find people that already know how to do it and sign them up on your team and let them do it. I know the younger generation are a lot better online than I am. Tie the number of people you plan to add to your list each day to the goals you set. Of course, I've always said that you'll want to start your goals at something you can accomplish. You know, don't set lofty goals. Henry Ford said any job is not so bad if you just break it up into small parts. And that's what we want to do with our list building. You know, start off to where you know you can add a little bit. And when you meet that goal, let's stretch ourselves out a little bit, grow a little bit, and keep moving our goals up so that we keep adding more and more people to our contact list. And find someone that you can be accountable to. This is so important. I know I have someone that I talk to, and they kind of straighten me out when I've been not as active as maybe I should be. So if you find someone and you are accountable to them and they are accountable to you, you will find that you will meet your goals more easily. It's so easy to find something else to do. You can decide to wash the car instead of going out and meeting the neighbors, or you can always find something else to do. So if you'll find someone that you're accountable to and they're accountable to you, I know I will think to myself, well, my car needs washing, but I sure don't want to call my friend and have to tell him that, you know, I didn't meet my goals this week. So if you can find someone you can be accountable to, it will really cause your business to grow. And use all means available today. It used to be that there was only the telephone, and you know, it was tied to the wall, and you had to stay within the length of the cord in order to talk with people. That and meeting people face to face. But today, of course, we can still see people in person, which 70% of all sales in network marketing are still made face to face. They're not made online. So in person is still huge. But once you add people to your list, you're going to want to be emailing them, dripping information on them, not bombarding them with too much, but giving them information and keeping them curious and answering their questions. Call them when they want to be called. Of course, today we've got Skype and Zoom, and I always request them to be my friends on Facebook. And I am always asking everybody that I talk to for referrals. And sometimes they'll say, no, I don't know anybody. And other times they'll give you 5 or 6 names and phone numbers and say, yeah, you need to call this person and you need to talk to them. So, you know, Jeff Cooper said, if you must use your hands, use them with all your strength you possess. And if you choose to strike, by all means, strike hard. So, whatever you decide to do, if you decide that Nick In is what you want to do, you want to be doing this as a business to make more money or to help people or whatever your why is, when you decide that Nick In is the vehicle where you're going to achieve your goals, then do it. Whatever you do, do your best. Of course, we all personalize. We all should be personalizing our approach. Someone can say something to some people that I can't say to some people, and I can talk to some people that others can't talk to, or my way of putting things, it might be a little different. The main thing is to be present in the moment, to be focused on the person that you're interacting with. And this is whether you're on messaging on Facebook or emailing back and forth or talking with them in person or talking with them on the phone. Look in their eyes and listen to what they say and see if there's a way you can help them. Okay? Don't be focused on what you need. Don't think, oh gosh, if I can only sell a waterfall, because you don't know, this person might not need a waterfall at this moment in time. Don't be focused on, oh, I need another distributor. Focus on what the person in front of you needs and wants, and you'll be so much more successful. People never, if you'll listen to other people, listen to what they say, ask them questions, they'll tell you their needs, they'll tell you their challenges. And when you see that opportunity, I always say, well, I would love to help with that. Or would you be interested in hearing something that might help you with that situation? I always offer, when you hear the needs, I always offer that's always an opportunity for you to help someone. Always be sure you follow up with the folks. I don't know how many times I've been called by people and they said, yeah, I talked to so-and-so about this product or that product, but they never called me back. They never got in touch with me. Every time I get a lead, my phone goes off and I'm rushing to the phone to call them back. They want to be contacted quickly. And if you don't contact them quickly, they'll move on to someone else. It amazes me that people can be in business and say that they're in business or that they're wanting to help people and then have them contact them and then them not show up. And today, with these series of calls we're doing, especially, we can fit them somewhere on our agenda. If someone needs to hear testimonials, we have testimonial calls. If someone needs to know how to gather customers, we have this call. If someone needs to grow personally, we have those calls. If someone wants to know how to demonstrate the products, we have those Zoom calls as well. So, put people, send them the link to get to it, let them know what time it is, the calls are, and follow up with them by giving them those invitations. And know what your strengths and weaknesses are. I know I had a friend recently that said that he just couldn't talk in public. And then after a few times he went out, suddenly he was doing all the talking. He gained, his weakness became a strength simply because he spoke from the heart and he focused on the needs of the other folks. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So don't worry about what you say. Just speak from your heart, and the fact that you have their genuine best interest will come through. But you have to be consistent. You can't do it today and then wait 2 or 3 weeks and get out and talk to people again. You can't start contacting people and sending them emails and then suddenly you kind of fall off the planet for a week or two. That's not how you build a business. Okay. You have to be consistent. When you get someone that wants information, you have to send it to them. When you get somebody that wants to be contacted, whether it's by phone or email or letter or card, you have to do that when you're building a business. And don't use any negative experiences to define your business or yourself. Results, they take time to measure. So, don't get down on yourself. It'll happen. There's help out there. There's this call. There's all the other calls. And every leader I know in the can is ready to help. And it doesn't matter if you're in someone's downline or not. So, this is just the best advice I can get you is to get over your fears. Most people, what freezes them in place is fear. And fear stands for false evidence appearing as reality. Fear is something we invent in our own mind. It's just something that's in our mind. I heard the example over the weekend that somebody said that, you may get up in front of a crowd and you think, oh no, this is the wrong color shirt. Well, you're the only one that's thinking about that. That's just that false evidence coming to mind. And while it appears to reality to you, it's not reality to anybody else. So the big thing is get over those fears and get out there and talk to people. So let's stop sharing. And this is usually where I interview someone off of the retail list. But today I want to do something a little bit different. I just got back from Florida, and I'm not an emotional guy usually, but I wanted to let everybody know I was truly, truly moved. My heart was moved in Florida. I've been going to NECAN events for years, and I've never went to one more heartfelt than what I experienced in Orlando. There was some great information. If you get a chance to hear Linda Morris's presentations, or Ruth Lowe's, or Gary Linder's did some amazing things. Go and listen to those things. They were really incredible. Everyone in the audience was amazing. There was a girl there from Ecuador. There'd been an earthquake, and she'd lost people in her family, and they made a love donation, took up a love donation, and took up over $4,000 and gave it to the girl. And I saw her afterwards out in the hall just sobbing. And I saw Julie Matt go over to her and start hugging her. And it was just, I couldn't walk by them. I walked over, and I couldn't just walk by such an unselfish show of affection. And I had to hug them both myself. I told somebody this morning, I was talking to Ruth Lowe out in the hallway, and I could just feel how heartfelt she was about everything she said. And I told him I felt like the Grinch, and I was talking to Wendy Lou, or whatever the little girl's name, and I knew exactly what the Grinch felt when his heart grew, 3 sizes that day. So it was just an incredible time. And I know I'm kind of known for my internet stuff because I talk about it and, try to help people with it. But I was so moved this weekend with the show of love that is out there. Normally on a Monday morning, I'd be outside. I know I had some things I needed to do. I needed to plow the garden and I needed to cut the grass. I was shocked at how much it had grown while I was gone. But I didn't do that today. I left the house and I went out, and, I had appointments I could do, and I had people I could meet. So I went out this morning, and by 11:30, I had passed out more business cards to people than I had the previous month prior to that. And I had a Zoom call I had to do I didn't have to, but I wanted to be on at 11:45. And as soon as that thing got over, I had already made my mind up. This was too important to let some little something that I thought I needed to do here interfere. I got up, I went back to my truck and I went out again, and I passed out more business cards afterwards than I did before the call. And if I didn't have this call, I would probably still be out there talking to people. And it was just amazing how open people would be once I approached them. I didn't go anywhere special. I went to the grocery store and I went and paid some bills. But everywhere I went, I had a smile on my face. I asked people how they were, and they would open up and tell you. And I saw several opportunities to where we have things that can help can help them, whether it was financial or physical or mental. And I always gave them my card and told them to, let's talk. Am I going to get any calls off what I do? I don't know. But I know if I didn't go, I wouldn't get any calls. So I'm going to do the same thing tomorrow. I hope the neighbors don't fuss if my grass grows too tall, but they'll just have to fuss. This self-care that we provide for people is just too important, to put that light under a basket. Don't hide that. Get out there and tell people, and people need our help, and we have the help to give. So, conquer your fears. They're not real anyway. And I don't know if any of you were there or not and felt the same way I did, but I was really transformed over this weekend. I am not the same man as when I left to go to Orlando. It was a transformational time for me. So, I hope everyone can experience that. But anyway, I'm going to stop. I'm going to end the meeting now. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to end the